We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Okay guys, now we're back. I still not have gotten this thing wired yet. Just been so busy I have not. Actually bought some other stuff to do some other stuff, and it won't take as long, so I thought we'd do that real quick, and I would go over with you how to redo the fuel system on one of these with a fuel pump, because you really need a certain type of fuel filter. It's the white one. The red ones, they filter too small, I think. Somebody will correct me and tell me if I'm wrong. Guys, if any of you know a little bit more in depth about it, throw it on down here, because I'm sure somebody's going to ask questions about the difference between the the white fuel filter and the red fuel filter, which I think is like a 10 micron and a 5 micron. The white one's for a fuel pump, and the red one is for one without a fuel pump for a gravity fed, I think. Let me know if I'm wrong, just leave a message down here. But I want to show you what I got. And I just like showing different prices for areas. I bought, it's a total of $12.89 to completely redo the whole fuel system. Not counting the carburetor, of course. A fuel filter, $3.29. This is the white one. This is for a fuel pumped carburetor. A cutoff valve, $2.59. And then I bought 5 feet of 1/4-inch fuel line. And I want you to look at that. That is an honest to God paper sack. You don't see those anymore. That's the kind of hardware store I like going to. But I'm going to get kudzu lifted up. We're going to do this real quick. Going to go over it this weekend. I hope to have the wiring done. I mean, if nothing else happens that's crazy or anything like that, we'll get it squared away. This is easy peasy. Nothing terrible to do. More to come. What I have here, this is kudzu. Everybody knows that. We are going to replace the fuel line, put in a fuel cutoff valve, and we're going to put on a new fuel pump. A new fuel filter for the fuel pump. Fuel pump's in good shape. Later on in the next video, I may go ahead and pull the carburetor apart and clean it, because we did go through some pretty deep water in the last video, the last time we went riding, and wow, we had a hell of a time. Guys, if you were in central Alabama or in the Birmingham area, let me know, or let us know, because if I can't take you riding, some of those guys may, and they are some hell of a riders. What I'm doing now, the gas is good, the fuel's good. I'm draining it into my fuel tank. I've got 2.5 gallons of fuel in it already. We're going to let it all drain, and then we will come back and put all new stuff on here. Yeah. More to come. I'll show you this. It's what we had. It's old and dry and brittle, and it's just time to get rid of it. Oh, and the phone rings. So what we're going to do, got 5 feet of this. I'm not going to use 5 feet. I'm only going to use about 2 feet. It was $1.19 a foot, so I'm going to be using roughly $2.40, $2.38 exactly worth of this fuel line. The rest of it I'm going to save for my other builds for the mowers that are coming in. And since I'm out in the woods knocking around, I'm going to go ahead and put a worm clamp on the bottom of the fuel tank so it doesn't pop off and all the fuel drain out, because I've had that happen just while I've been out cutting grass on a level surface. Now, I'll go ahead and get that bolted on. You've seen that happen before, so it's nothing new. More to come, guys. We're back. This is a fuel cutoff switch I always recommend using. This is a right angle. They have inline fuel cutoff switches that are made by Oregon or Briggs & Stratton that do the exact same thing, same color, but they're $5. And so I am just happy using a right angle for $2.50. Every one of my customers is just so happy with me using a $2.50 one that's a right angle. It is a-okay to use these guys. going to put him in line, put him right there. I'm going to get one of those spring clamps though and put it right there.
Okay.
More to come,
now,
guys.
Let me try to reposition us where you can see. There we go.
So I have it set up here. Fuel cutoff switch to the filter. And we're about to run the last piece. Like I said, easy peasy, nothing to this. This is good stuff. Do this once a year in the spring and clean out your gas tank and clean your carburetor. Man, you are on the road to zero trouble. There we go. In place. And I'm going to position the clip. There we go. Cut this. I'll be through. Okay, guys. Now everything is on and in place. We're going to put a zip tie in a spot, and then we'll take a look at it.
We're back.
More to come. And that is the finished product. Fuel line cut off. The nice thing about this, if you're out in the woods and one of your buddies is running out of gas, you just unscrew this. This is long enough you can get a beer can or a Coke can or something, soft drink bottle, because there's always a freaking plastic bottle wherever you're riding. And you unscrew it, squirt a little bit in, shake it out, clean it, fill it up, pour it in their tank, and then tighten this back up and you're good to go. So that is that. Like I said, it's an easy adjustment and fix. That bolt is kind of loose. Gonna have to tighten that guy up. And I needed to do that because I did not have a fuel cutoff. So that's great. I'm really satisfied with that. Hopefully this weekend, depending on how work goes and the weather, we'll get the wiring taken care of and we can put this winch on and get everything mounted. Kind of crazy, guys. Y'all gonna make some mayhem. Remember, anybody you hate, forward this video to them. Y'all gonna make some mayhem.